Logan Tyler Mott, Logan Mott.
Thank you, Mr. Mott. You may proceed whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. My grandma was an incredibly inspiring and unique individual. She carried herself with the grace and poise of a queen, and her heart beat brightly for all to see upon her sleeve. She was funny, kind, and full of the sort of optimism usually confined to those pure of heart children who had yet to experience the world and its cruelties. I knew she had faced adversity in her life, and the fact that she did so and kept her ability to see the good in the world always amazed me, even through my own deep disappointment and cynicism towards everything.
I'm sorry, but I'm having a...
Mr. Mott, we're having, our court reporter's having trouble understanding. If you could, officers, if we could adjust that microphone up a little bit. So we don't have to help to speak. Mr. Mott, try to project your voice all the way over here.
Sorry, sir, I have a low voice.
That's okay.
Where would you like me to get him out?
Just right after you started this time.
Okay. I knew she had faced adversity in her life, and the fact that she did so and kept her ability to see the good in the world always amazed me, even through my own deep disappointment and cynicism towards everything. She was quirky and was never ashamed of it. She never went to the ocean above her hip. She was a woman who appreciated good food and could chuckle at her. Her fear of snakes was always a thing of amusement in our family, and she was never afraid to recount the story of my saving her from one the size of my forearm. In all my years, I've never met another Christina. No one has her ability to touch everyone around them so personally. She could talk to anyone, no matter their status or rank. She was soft-spoken, but I never once saw one not stop what they were doing in order to listen to her words. She always had change for the poor and good things to say about the most rude of people. Most of all, she was my grandmother. I'm proud to call her this, and always will be. She was my friend, my mentor, my refuge. She taught me to enjoy writing my best. I was never pushy about my interests. On the contrary, she motivated me to explore them wonder, and was always happy to listen to my babbling about whatever was on my mind. She had this ability to give you her full attention, to make it seem as if the world has only two people in it, you and her. The fact that she's gone The fact that she's gone still leaves me confused and baffled at times. Pardon.
Take whatever time you need. We have some Kleenex over there, officer, if you could give them.
I don't need one, sir. It feels like a bad dream, but every morning when I wake up, I relive what I did and the consequences of it. I look back on that younger me in that moment and don't understand why I did what I did. It angers me, and that no matter how much logic I use to try to explain what I did, I'm always stumped. I don't know why I did this. I don't have an explanation or an excuse. I don't blame my father or my mother or anyone else for that matter. This is entirely my fault. And even though I don't understand why I did this, I will never be more ashamed and sorry for what I've done. If my grandmother were alive, I don't know exactly what I'd say. Perhaps first I'd tell her I'm sorry. I am sorry. The world is a darker place without her presence, her tenacity, and her kindness. I once heard my grandmother described as being a guardian angel. I don't believe in angels, but if they do exist, no doubt my grandmother is one of them. The next thing I tell her is thank you. I'm alive today because of her. I wish the circumstances of my saying this were different, but her loss saved my life. My imprisonment saved my life. If I had never been arrested, if I had never taken my grandmother's life in that moment of drunken desperation, I don't know if I could honestly say that I could be alive today. Either I would have ended my life with my own hand or drank myself to death. My grandmother saved my life. In death, she did as much as she did in life. She filled the world with an all-encompassing kindness and love like a blanket. I'm sorry I took that goodness from the world. I had no right to do what I did and no justification. If my grandmother were here today, I'd tell her I'm sorry, and that I thank her for the things she gave me in life and in death. One of those was my life. And the ability to stand here and the strength to stand here today and say these words. I loved my grandmother. I love my family also. And the sorrow I feel for my actions will haunt me to my dying day. I apologize to everyone, and I wish to say I'm sorry for my actions, to my mother and father, to my siblings, which will live their lives without a big brother they deserve to guide them through life. Aunts and uncles who lost a beloved sister by my hand. Grandmothers and grandfathers who lost a loving daughter and a young grandson. I'm sorry, and I understand if I'm not forgiven. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mott. You may be seated.
Thanks.
Mr. Coker?